Hello, my name is Michael Fackrell, and today I'm with Pastor Joel Jimena, pastor of Oasis Family Church. And thank you for coming and joining with us today, Joel.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pastor Mike.
It's great to have you with us. Now, tell us a little bit about your life. I mean, you're a pastor, so you're a man of God, but was it always that way for you?
I was born in a Christian family, but not really a good boy. From a Christian family should be.
I see. So what were you doing that you think you shouldn't have been doing?
Yeah, because in my younger years, when I was 12, 13, and 14, I started drinking beer, and I also joining the gambling places, and then I also go to disco places, and then I don't attend the church. Usually I don't attend the church.
What about school? Were you going to school?
I stopped schooling also. I don't go to school anymore.
Wow, so what motivated you to do this? Why did you decide to do all this at such a young age?
Yeah, because at that time I also started working as a laborer, and so I earned money and I'm making money, and I can buy what I want, and then I enjoyed making money.
I see. And tell us about your parents. They were believers?
Yes, they are faithful Christians, and they really prayed for me, but I'm a stubborn child.
Okay. And so what happened? How did you come to be a pastor, and how did you come to know God?
Yeah, it so happened that after how many days of going to the swimming pool, go swimming, and then finally I got sick, and then I was admitted in the hospital. But the doctor was so angry with my mother because my mother brought me in the hospital quite late.
So what was actually wrong with you?
Yeah, the doctor said that I'm already in a critical situation and my health is really deteriorating, and I'm having a bronchopneumonia, and it's quite critical already.
So how did your parents deal with that? What did they do, and what happened next?
Yeah, so well, I'm already in hospital, but I don't feel I'm having I'm receiving any sign of relief or something. It's still the same. My condition is still the same. And one day, a pastor visited me in the hospital, and he prayed for me. And then he said, "Joel, I will pray for you, but once you get healed, you go to the Bible school. You promise me?" "Oh yes, I will promise you. I will go to the Bible school right away if I'm get healed."
Mm-hmm. So let's back up a little bit. When you were doing all those things like going to the disco and so, were you satisfied in your life? And were you happy, or how did you feel inside?
Actually, there's a temporary happiness. Maybe I enjoyed for temporary happily, but there's inside me, there's a guilt. I know. I feel really guilt.
So when you were in hospital sick, did you feel like you've disappointed God, or did you feel that you were thinking about God at all?
Yes, I know that God is disciplining me, or He don't want me to get lost, so maybe He is trying to chasten me.
So when you heard the pastor say that, how did you respond? How did you feel about what he was saying?
Yeah, I believe, yeah, and this is it. This is now the time that the Lord really want me to get back to Him. So I repented of my sin, and Lord, I humbly come to the Lord, and then I admit that I was lost, and thank God that some pastor visited me and I was found.
So that means that you could be in a Christian family with Christian parents and still be lost.
Yes, definitely. Even in a Christian family, that is not a guarantee that you can be saved.
So what happened next? What happened after he prayed for you?
Yeah, that same day in the afternoon, I was able to discharge in a hospital, and then to live up with my promises. So I packed up some of my clothes, and I went directly to the Bible school.
And how were you able to enter the Bible school not even having finished school?
Yeah, the Bible school just, they can admit, or they just admit students who are really willing to study, even though they are undergraduates or to high school, provided they will undergo a preparatory class.
I see, okay. Now, when you did your Bible studies and your Bible school studies, did something change on the inside, and what was that like?
Yes, a lot is changing in my life, my perspective, and then my health was restored, and then I got joy in the, I have a different and a new perspective in life.
So would you say that the joy you had was greater than the pleasure you were having before?
Yes, yes. My joy that I got now in the Lord or in Jesus is really a lasting joy. And I'm so happy. Until now, I'm so happy with my life.
So Pastor Joel, after you finished your Bible school, what did you do next?
Yeah. After my Bible school, of course, I pastored a church. And then while I'm pastoring the church, an idea came to my mind that I need to finish my secular studies. So I decided to go to the school that I attended during my elementary years, but I was not able to get that certificate. So the principal of that school advised me to take that placement test. And that placement test, the result of that placement test is that I is equivalent to high school graduate.
Wow, that's great, eh? So it's almost like God saved you years of study.
Yes. So it's like my Bible school years is just like also my high school years.
Well, that's a blessing from God, hey? And what's it like being a pastor?
Yeah, then in a pastor's life, then yeah, I still pastoring the church, and then I proceed to college.
Yeah.
I attended the college until I'm fourth year college.
Right. Oh, that's very good, eh?
Yeah.
Were you still pastoring while you were doing the studies?
Yes. Actually, I'm pastoring during my studies, and I'm also working as an employee.
So you're a pretty busy man. What about marriage? What about family?
Oh yes, well, the busy day for pastor is mostly Saturday and Sunday, and I go to work to an office at Monday through Friday, and time is manageable.
Yeah. And so you got married?
Yes, I'm married at the time.
Oh, very good, eh? So how did God call you into the ministry? Was it clear to you from the moment that you gave your heart to Christ that you should go into the ministry?
Yeah, yeah. I'm so happy, and yeah, I believe I enjoyed the ministry, and yeah, the Lord is.
Yeah, God is very satisfying, isn't He? It's really wonderful to know the Lord inside in your heart. So, what would you say to people out there who are in Christian families and, you know, maybe playing with the world or just doing different things just for pleasure and not really finding joy in God?
Well, I just encourage them that life is more satisfying if our life will be given to the Lord. And yeah, although worldly happiness are just temporary, but the joy that the Lord can give you or that can give us is permanent, and this is the joy that the world cannot give.
That's great. I'd like to ask you about something else. Can you give examples of how God has answered your prayers in life? Could you give maybe one or two examples?
Yeah. During my pastoral years, I prayed to the Lord that the Lord will provide us a church lot. And yeah, we were able to buy the church lot, but the owner of the church, but we pay in installment.
Yeah, installments.
And then the owner of the church lot, she said, Pastor Joel, can you pay us in lump sum, something like a bigger amount, not in installment, smaller amount? Okay, I promise you, I will give you 20,000 pesos, big amount of money. But not really. I'm not really sure where will I get that 20,000. That is too big for me. And then in in a Pepsi, they have this promotion like in a cup. In a
Yeah.
Pepsi, you open, there's a cup, there's
Yeah.
an amount there. And we won the 50,000, the amount of that cup.
But hang on, was this an answer to prayer or what?
Yes, I believe that is the answer of my prayer. Then we took that cup to the Pepsi Cola in Davao, and they gave us 50,000 pesos. So I promised 20,000 to the landowner. I gave it the 20,000, and I still have 30,000 pesos.
That's amazing. Hey,
Yes.
so you've been having adventures with God, and God's been answering you. That's just one of the answers to prayer, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's just great to talk with you, Pastor Joel, and to hear the story. And maybe another time we'll hear more about your work with CBN, because I know you're working with CBN. But that's probably all we can do for this particular interview.
Yeah. The CBN Asia is also a big ministry and big family of ministries based in Manila, and then they have the mother church also based in the United States. Yeah,
It's terrific, yeah. So we'll hear more about that another time.
yes, my pleasure.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you, Pastor Mike.